Season 6 is back in Fortnite OG Chapter 1 with us saying goodbye to traditional loot lake as the floating island's taken over, although we've had a ton of other surprises in the loot pool that weren't initially included in Chapter 1 and more explanation as to the lore regarding the movement of the time machine, and just finally having confirmation on what these mystery bonus styles are, when you'll be able to unlock them and what XP you'll need to gain, so stick around until the end today, you won't want to miss anything. Don't forget, when picking up the battle pass or anything from the item shop, it would mean the world to me and my dog Charlie the Charcoal Pug if you could enter code FM1 inside there. Literally one of the shortest and easiest codes to enter, and I spent $100 on this cutout literally just to get Charlie to sit in front of it was actually harder. Last video I wanted to know the name of this, so here's a bunch of hearted comments on screen right now that got that right. Today, however, I want to know the name of this, so let me know down below in the comments, and if it gets hearted it could be showed on screen in the next video, so make sure you subscribe to the channel, as after all it only benefits you, with us gifting different subscribers every single day, with some proof for that recently on screen right now. Of course, you all want to see the bonus styles, which we've got to reveal later, and before we discuss when they're implemented, the quickest way to get there before the update that contains them is by playing the pit, the code of which you can see on screen right now taking you to this map. Every day you don't play this, you're losing out on so much XP. Look at the amount for each elimination right there. And despite getting XP for simply existing and playing within this map, that's right, playtime XP, it simultaneously improves every situation your gun build skill for when you hop onto the OG or normal Battle Royale island. First of all, with the release of this hotfix November 9th anyways, which isn't a downtime update, being one of the two, version 27.10 and .11, which actually have some different dates for release. Firemonkey revealed, which we're going to be going over shortly. As you can see, I've been playing the trailer in the background release for this hotfix today, which I'm a big fan of. Fortnite are not only reverting the map to the OG times, but their promotional or marketing tactics, which seem to be doing very well. With Fortnite revealing in this video some unvaulted items such as the double-barreled shotgun used, then the drift boards, the quad crashers, and even the porta fortresses now with the vaulting of the porta fort, alongside the surprise heavy AR making an appearance which we didn't expect. There are even more surprises in the full breakdown that Firemonkey tweeted out about here. Full list of everything added / removed in today's hotfix update for Fortnite OG. So we go on to added: the 6-shooter, double-barreled shotgun, heavy assault rifles, shockwave grenades, porta fortress, dynamite, clinger, grapple gloves, rift encounter, chiller trap, mounted turret trap, quad crashers, drift boards, and then we move on to the remove section, being vaulted, the heavy shotgun, burst assault rifle, impulse grenade, porta fort, smoke bomb, and remote explosives. Honestly, this makes it feel like an entirely new season transition than we would usually see, but of course it's come around before, despite one specific item that stands out more than the rest, which actually shapes the dynamic of how the map is played, being the grapple gloves. Again, Firemonkey posted about this as soon as it happened. The big gains rift encounter with Anarchy Agent NPC and the grapple gloves has been enabled, and the image attached is very relevant to how it wasn't involved in these times anyways, anything of the sort to move around the map like this, as it says vibing, of course considering these were introduced for the first time in Chapter 3 Season 3, which was the vibing season, showing Indiana Jones using it in the trailer. This shift in the reality we once knew of Chapter 1 not being the exact same, however, is a direct result of the time machine, which we have more developments for in just a second, but to further understand these rift encounters, Firemonkey made a very good post. As a reminder, rift encounters are how future chapter items are going to return to the map during Fortnite OG. While the grapple glovers return today, over the next few weeks we will be seeing the following items return: Grease Monkey encounter includes Scrap Knight jewels and a dirt bike. Clean Cuts encounter includes Stray and a kinetic blade. Burger Blast encounter includes Sir Burger and a shockwave hammer. That's right, at this point we'll be able to use kinetic blades, bikes, and shockwave hammers on the Chapter 1 island. God, this is going to feel insanely weird, but definitely interesting, especially considering in the first season update itself, of course, the movement to get around the map primarily was just, you know, the grapplers. But in terms of vehicles, of course, I mean, I guess you could class the shopping carts like in this clip right here if you're not goofing around, or even the all-terrain carts or golf cars, whatever you want to call them. Speaking of these vehicles or any that require fuel, such as the quad crashers added today or even the dirt bikes upcoming, we can actually fuel up for the first time on the Chapter 1 island for those that didn't notice, which also applies to the golf cars too. This is going to be the case for planes 2 finally returning after years shown in the Fortnite OG trailer itself. And before we move on to the dates changed for those updates, 27.10 and 27.11, for those that don't know what the rift encounters are or where to find them, don't worry about the loot that they can actually include, such as the grapple gloves or the shockwave hammers or kinetic blades upcoming. As it was posted to Twitter by Firemonkey, it appears people are able to get grapple gloves from supply drops as well instead of just from rift encounters. This is the image, of course, proving that. I mean, it's more legit in the bad quality considering someone's whipped out their phone and thought, hey, these are in supply drops in Chapter 1, but they're not really meant to be here. And although we never got a full cinematic published from Fortnite, however, Ferals, like you're seeing in the background right now, made a very good one about how we, you know, defeated Kado Thorn on the side of Sloan from teaming up with Jones in Chapter 4 and then actually used the time machine to go back to Chapter 1. Since the beginning of this this season, all of Sloane's dialogue tapes have been leaked, and as of today, week 2 has been activated or enabled, so if you hadn't listened to the week 1 ones before, as FireMonkey stated, they've now been disabled, so if you never discovered that week 1 audio log, then you won't be able to anymore. However, here's the new one for week 2 now in case you haven't heard it yet. Of course, then moving on to the direction of the storyline and the Time Machine's funny story about where it's ended up in its new location.
Jones, Sloane here. I feel like I've done this before, so let's assume I have. Alright, short version. You're back here for a reason. You're smart enough to figure it out. And it's not to change the future, by the way. Drop that fantasy right now. This is an extraction, and you're leading the way. You cannot hesitate in your duty, Jones. The world you're leaving is one of many. And there are more worlds than even you can imagine. Keep it that way. Do the job.
This job in mention to be, well, strap the time machine to the rocket eventually, as we've seen from the leaked phases, but as we can see from the progression today with it being located near Loot Lake, not only has this hotfix or map change been made or location change to the time machine that was initially located in Pleasant Park beside a truck which has now actually crashed. Just behind Jones at Dusty Divot, trucks and equipment have arrived along with a new crane, and the diner has been closed and moved out while renovations take place, adding the rocket pit and open room. Not only is this further confirming history repeating itself from literally mechs that we know are now going to be involved being put into the game, their parts stripped off of them from the visitor, then constructing this rocket that we saw in Season X, but once again at the end of this season. In terms of why Loot Lake, specifically the time machine's located here instead of taking it directly to Dusty Divot straight away, is because Jones was making his way by road to Dusty Divot in his truck, you know, that we saw at Pleasant Park initially, until he slipped on none other than a banana peel. Veering off course, he smashed into a fruit stand and fell into Loot Lake. He resorted to putting the time machine in a trailer to get it to the other side. I don't know what it is with Jones and Peely or banana peels or just ultimately human versus bananas in Fortnite at this point. Peely seems to be in everything. I mean, the last live event despite the finale for Chapter 3 that we saw, literally Peely saved the day, but now he seems to be not saving the day. Some people are even making references saying he never forgot to this scene, you know, in the Season X trailer where he's saying, I know, I remember what you did, you turned me into a smoothie, Jones. And for that now, literally 3 or 4 chapters on, is taking his revenge by veering him off course with this truck, making him crash and making things just a little bit more delayed. With the new real life money pack releasing the Infinite Drift pack before this hotfix of November 9th, believe it or not, there was a mistake of the pricing on this, which means a lot of players, if you purchase on Xbox before the price was fixed, could be owed V-Bucks. Fortnite status posted on this, we have just fixed the pricing issue with the Infinite Drift pack on Xbox. We will provide an update when we have more information for players who purchased the pack at the incorrect price. Once again from FireMonkey, who's got all the intel it seems in today's video, posted for whatever reason the Drift Infinite pack is $1.24 more expensive on Xbox compared to other platforms, which obviously was the price difference mistake. For this, I can definitely see players affected considering it is a real life pack, you know, getting some sort of V-Buck compensation, so I expect a decent amount to be upcoming, as I believe it will be much more than what $1.24 could get you in terms of equivalent V-Bucks. As for the next updates though, when more cosmetics and things will be added to the files, obviously different OG remix versions and hopefully more bundles like the Infinite Drift pack. A reminder from FireMonkey, the 27.10 update will be releasing on or before November 16th, and then the V27.11 update will be releasing on or before November 23rd, and then followed up because of that in the replies stating most likely the update schedule is 27.10 on the 14th and 27.11 on the 21st. 27.10, if we look at the bonus styles that are currently mystery rewards, 3 of which we're going to be getting, these are going to be included within 27.10 upon it actually happening or downtime lifting. And as for the other content being included within these 2 updates, from Hypex, he stated for the Season 7 and 8 update we're going to be getting more Sloan voice lines, Frosty Flights and Pirate Camps, Unvolts, Flint Knock, Minigun, Quad Launch, Itemized Glider Redeploy, Buried Treasure, Poison Trap, Planes and Cannons. Then for the final downtime update, Season 9 and X, Meteor and more, Unvolts, Heavy Sniper Proximity Launcher, Airstrike, Junk Rift, Storm Flip, Jetpack and the Bowler. Of course, this is going to be the stage or update phase when we see the time machine actually strapped to the rocket, with then a timer commencing above it shortly before the event occurs on December 2nd, leading up until it, also shown in the lobby. Not sure when this OG locker revamp's going to be added, but obviously it's in the files and it's been made for this specific OG season as a style, so we move. Now the moment you've all been waiting for, to do with the super styles. Of course, every single season we do typically see with a normal battle pass, as this is the OG pass, technically not one. They even stated on their official website, Epic Games or Fortnite, that the battle pass would be returning next season, just to enforce furthermore that yes, this is not a battle pass. Within those prior seasons, every one of Chapter 4 even, we've seen 3 pages as previously mentioned with 3 different styles for a select amount of skins, not all of them within each battle pass. However, considering this season we only have 50 levels to get the max skin, whilst previous seasons for Kado Thorn, example last season chapter 4 season 4 was level 100, we only have to get up until level 70 to get these 3 mystery rewards, meaning unlocking everything in this season, unlike level 200 being the final of the 3 styles being gold, which is usually presented on the prize super styles. Considering the OG pass is literally a half of a battle pass, having for that reason only 4 outfits contained within it, Spectronite being a customizable skin which obviously has a ton of different styles we can customize between, not only a yellow gold looking one but many other different unique variants. This cancels her out in terms of receiving a selectable or superstar, whatever you want to call it, on this page, so that only means we're going to be seeing on here Renegade Lynx in the normal and upgraded version. They'll split with all of his styles, and then also Omega Rock, which is non-upgraded and fully upgraded, I believe in gold. They're going to cut to the chase. Everybody loves grinding for the max superstars considering it has this gold touch to them, and if they had to choose out of one of the 3 pages per season, the average player, they would simply be like, I'd rather just get the gold. Drop a like if you'd love to see this upon 27.10 rolling around, and subscribe to the channel with all notifications turned on so you don't miss any future uploads. Don't forget to enter code FM1 in the item shop for when you pick anything up that rolls around, and don't forget to play the pit to get that max level, especially for these superstars XP wise, as it grants a ton with the code on screen right now. Speaking of other things, other videos, click either of these on screen that YouTube's recommended you though whilst you wait for the very next upload I do publish on the channel.